hate it with all of my hate. If I had a bucket and it will tell me to like drop it in the K-drama that I hated, I will multiply that bucket by 10 and I will drop it in. In this video, I'm going to give my opinion on some of the best and worst K-dramas that I thought aired for 2024. Let's get into the video. First on the list, we have A Shop for Killers. In my opinion, this was one of the best action thriller K-dramas that was airing during that time, and I love a K-drama that makes you think while you're watching it, because as I was watching this drama, every single week I was taking notes, I was making up theories, I was going online, I was going on Reddit, I was like watching everything in order to kind of put two and two together, and it's just so satisfying to watch a K-drama that makes the viewers also like part of the drama. I also love how they did the flashbacks with Jinman and his team, so we're kind of seeing like him interacting with his team members, and then also seeing his niece in the present time interacting with those same team members. For an 8-episode K-drama, I think they separated the story very well, and it was very easy to kind of like tag along. Also, the characters were just super likable. Like even the bad guys, they had their things, but they were like fun characters to watch. And of course, I have to mention my favorite character, which was Shin. I think he did such a good job at his character, especially since he also had to put on an accent, like a Thai accent. But all of his scenes were super good. And I just hope that we have a second season, because this drama deserves like 16 episodes. I need to see Lee Dong-wook again, I need to see the whole team again, and I need to know exactly what happened and how he was able to fake his own death, because I feel like that was the only loophole that they had in this drama. But other than that, in my opinion, this was like a super great watch. Next on the list, it is Blackout. This is more of a thriller mystery type of K-drama, and it leans more on the revenge side of it, but the way that they showed us the plot, it was like done in a way that like they were building up tension and we were feeling bad for the main lead, and then them showing everything that happened for the crime, and then the reveal was done like really good. The only thing was that like I was hoping that the main lead would have done more harm to those people, because that whole village needed to be burned. And I love the relationship between the detective and him. It was kind of like a bromance K-drama, because they didn't really include anything for the romance side of it. Like we did have a female lead, but she didn't really do anything but just act like it was us in a way, because the way that they were explaining things to her was the way that they would have explained it to a viewer. And even though it is based off of a German novel, Snow White Must Die, they didn't really follow exactly as the novel. They did make some switches, but I really loved the acting of every single one of them, especially the second female lead. She did like such a beautiful job at her character. Like I loved the way that she kind of like built up her like craziness in a sense, so it was just like subtly done. Next on the list, it is Good Partner. This is a lawyer K-drama. If you're thinking that all of lawyer K-dramas have like the same plot, you're thinking wrong, because this K-drama has some of the most interesting cases that I have seen for a lawyer K-drama. And even though like all of them were like divorced, because they are divorced lawyers, they were just super interesting the way that they took on these cases, and they explained and they showed us information about these cases and how they figured it out. It was just like really well written, and the female characters in this drama were so well written, and I loved how the relationship between her and her daughter was not really like forced, and they made her work for it, and they showed it to us. Like that was just so satisfying to watch. And of course, Jang Nara acting, she was out of this world. I don't know how to explain it, but like all of the characters in this K-drama, they all had their flaws, but the way that they showed it was like really well done. Even with the mistress, even though she like did such a horrible act, you still kind of wanted to root for her to leave the husband. Like the husband was the real jerk in here, but like he still was a dad, so like even his relationship with his daughter, it's like human emotions. They showed like human emotions really well in this K-drama. Next on the list, it is Pyramid Game. I love this drama so much to the point where I actually did a TikTok filter with the characters from this drama and just like ranking them on a pyramid, which I know defeats the whole purpose of the drama, but it was just like so well done. I loved the acting of the girls, and like almost all of them are new to acting. They still did like such an amazing job, especially the main villain. She was just like, every time she was on screen, I just could not stand her and her character, but like she looked so good doing it that I was kind of rooting for her. It was just a really interesting K-drama to watch. And if you have not seen it, I definitely recommend it. Next on the list, it is The Judge from Hell. This might have been like the best Park Shin-hye K-drama so far. She definitely outdid herself, because even in Dr. Slump, that K-drama was really good. But in this K-drama, she was just like out of this world. I loved everything about this K-drama. It was just so good. The acting was good. The plot was good. The fashion was good. I just loved all of the characters in this K-drama, and I hope to see her again in this type of role. But if that's not possible, I wish we have like a second season, because the ending, it was like a little bit open-ended in a sense, because we don't know exactly what happened. They didn't really confirm it, but I feel like they left it like that just so we have a second season. And last, I just want to mention Doubt. This K-drama literally blew my mind. The way that the cinematography was just so beautifully done. I need people to watch this K-drama. In my opinion, I was just like in awe of watching this K-drama. Like, the camera work was its own character. Like, the way that they showed us the clues in this K-drama, it was like I was there. That's how it felt. And then the character, the tension, the acting, especially with our female lead, Jung Ha-bin, she was just so good at her role. Like, I loved every second of this drama. I was begging people to watch it, but I don't know what it is. They just don't listen. Like, you guys have to listen to me. The drama actually won a Daesang award for both of the main leads, the father and the daughter. Their acting was just so good, and even the plot of the drama was just super interesting, that it like had you hooked from the first second of this K-drama. Like, the cinematography was just it needs its own award, because the way that they shot some of the scenes, I was like in awe. Seriously, it was just so good. Also, some honorable mention for best K-dramas is Flex X Cop, No Gay No Love, Wonderful World. And we have like the category where like it starts off really good and then the ending is just makes you second guess the rating, which is When the Phone Rings and Marry My Husband. Both of these K-dramas, they just started off really good. The plot was good, it was going great, and then they just start dragging things. They just start like ruining things, and it kind of like ruins a good K-drama, but it was still super enjoyable to watch. Like, I loved all of the drama that happened in Marry My Husband. The only thing I didn't like with Marry My Husband was like the whole boa role. That one, they ruined it with her. And then When the Phone Rings, they just ruined it with the whole him going abroad. It just like it wasn't his character. It was just out of character for him. I understand that they did it in the novel, but like for him doing it in the show where they had not hinted that whatsoever, it just like kind of made no sense. And I don't know, there was just like some loopholes that I didn't like, but it was a very enjoyable K-drama. Like, it did make me want to watch it every single week. It's just that they ruined it with the ending. Also, Miss Night and Day had like the same issue with the ending not being as satisfying, but it wasn't like bad. It was just like I was wishing it was more. Next, let's get into the worst K-drama for 2024. First on the list, Cinderella at 2 a.m. This K-drama was just like, it was just not there. Like, I watched it just to pass time, but it didn't really grab my attention. The only good thing that happened with this K-drama was the second couple, and I just really wish to see him in an actual main lead role, but they keep giving the roles to like rookie actors. Like, I don't have anything against Moon Sang-min, but I feel like he's still new to the K-drama scene and he's just not there for a lead role. Like, he can't really grab the attention of the viewer, or maybe it was just the plot, but even that, I feel like he's just not main lead actor yet. I'm sorry, I feel so bad to say this, but it's like the way that he acts is just more for like the fun type of character, and like him being like a CEO type of character, it just doesn't really suit him. Next is Fragile. Now, I kind of feel bad for this one because I feel like I made a lot of people watch this. This is like the Korean version of Scam, kind of, but the acting was just not there. Even the plot itself, like, I'm not even comparing it to Scam, just like the way that the plot was, it was just a little bit confusing, and there were a lot of scenes where they were kind of just like standing around and you could kind of sense it that they're acting. There was just a lot of silence in between scenes, so I just like didn't really like it. Next on the list is Gyeongseong Creature season 2. Now this one wasn't really like bad, but the plot itself made no sense from like season 1. So it was like I was watching a completely new drama, and I just didn't like that. Like I was hoping that they were following something else in the modern time, but it just made no sense that she would have no idea that he was still alive, even though she was still in the same like job. So you're telling me that even though she was still alive during the time that he was alive, she did not keep tabs on him? Like, it just made no sense for them to like separate. It literally made no sense. Next on the list is Hyeri. This one, it was the plot. The plot was just not there. They had so much potential to make this K-drama a really good one, but like the plot was just all over the place, and I just didn't like it, the way that they executed stuff. So it was just not my thing. Next on the list is No Way Out, the Roulette. To be quite honest, I don't really remember much of this K-drama, but I do remember feeling disappointed after I watched it, so I'm gonna put it in the worst list. The only good thing that happened with this K-drama was Mr. Smile. Like, I need to see him in more K-dramas, even though he is a Taiwanese actor. I feel like he would do really good in these like action roles. Next on the list, it is Wedding Impossible. Now this one I dropped it midway because I just didn't like it where it was going. Even though he did not know that his brother was gay, he was still going behind his brother's back with her, and I just didn't like it. Like, I understand that they, like the main, like her and the brother had like a contract marriage, but the main guy did not know this. And last but not least, the K-drama that I can actually say that I hated. I hated with all of my hate. If I had a bucket and it will tell me to like drop it in the K-drama that I hated, I will multiply that bucket by 10 and I will drop it in Dear Hyeri. Because this K-drama, I just need to collect my thoughts because I hated it so much. I just, like, to this day, it has aired for like so long and I still hate it every time I see that character in my screen. This K-drama was all over the place. I should have trusted my instinct the moment that I felt like iffy with the first 2 episodes, but I still continued watching it because the camera was good, the cinematography was good, and it had potential. Like, the plot itself, with her having like a sister who got lost and her creating a whole personality out of her sister, was just like a really good plot in theory, but the way that they executed it was one of the worst things that I had ever seen. The writer of this K-drama needs to go on therapy. I will actually pay for her to go to therapy because what the hell was she thinking? Literally, what was she thinking for making that red flag endgame? Like, I really need to know what she was thinking writing this K-drama. Like, I don't understand how the female lead had like this whole personality, and the way that she resolved it was just by like going out for a walk. Did she even had a personality disorder? The only good thing that happened with this K-drama was our guy Kang-hoon having his spotlight, because he looked so good. He looked super good in this K-drama, and I'd love to see him and Jo Hye-joo in another K-drama again together because they just have so much chemistry, and I will pay to watch it. Overall, this was my 2024 thoughts, and if you'd like, you could use my TikTok effect of like a bracket filter that I did, or the ranking filter. You could see it in my profile in TikTok. That's like the fun little game to show what K-dramas were your favorite.